Welcome to another episode of Not Your Average Aunties podcast, where we keep it real, raw, and relatable while sharing our opinions, experiences, and feelings.
What had you chuckling, Joe? You came to this
Because my
episode.
facial expression changes when I'm getting into mode.
Girl, be yourself, child. So
What are we talking about today, ladies?
A recap of 2025. Want to talk about the stuff that was crazy? No, no, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right?
good, bad, and ugly, personally, or good, bad, and ugly in the world.
Whichever way you want to. I looked at it from a variety of different ways, mostly from the world. Yeah. I guess I'll kick it off.
Go ahead.
I got something hot off the presses. Damn it.
Uh-oh. What are we talking about now?
Pop culture moment. All right. So hot off the presses. If we look back on the recap of 2025, we have not discussed this person throughout the entire year. But considering that they've been convicted and sentenced, we are talking about Sean Puff Daddy, Diddy, Love.
Did you start watching the documentary? Did you watch it?
I did see the documentary. Yes, I did. I
didn't finish it. I got 2 more episodes to go.
Girls, only 4 episodes.
There's 4 episodes.
Yeah, it's 4. But she said she only got 2 more to go.
I know. It's taking you so long.
She said she had a life. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I didn't learn too much new. I mean, I feel like if you were in the know and we lived that, like most of us, right? So if you were already in the know, there wasn't too many things shared in the episode that I didn't already know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's interesting, obviously, is, obviously he was convicted on prostitution-related charges and sentenced over 4 years in prison. And I think he got to pay a large fine or whatever. But even beyond that, he was already guilty as charged by public opinion.
Yeah.
Really? You think so?
A lot of people, especially
a lot of people came at him.
Especially, I find. So I say guilty as charged by public opinion before the jury even rendered a verdict, because especially the younger people that have not lived in the 90s, I feel like they were more against him as opposed to people that were millennials, not even Gen X. We were more supportive. A lot of the Gen Xers were like, nah, you didn't know, you didn't understand, you didn't live it, blah, blah, blah. Whereas the younger generation was like, nah. Now, this is before we saw the video with Cassie. But I feel like a lot of people were still like supporting him and split. Now I find that it's more people that are just obviously after the doc, they're 50. And you know what? Some people are angry at 50. Oh, you like Dame Dash, you taking a black man down. No, he took himself down.
The opportunity presented itself.
Yeah, you
cannot that he didn't pay the person that he hired.
You cannot blame anybody else for his demise, for sure. Nobody, he did that to himself. But I guess a lot of the views that I'm seeing or have been seeing or have been more supportive of him. And to your point, I didn't see the millennials responses. I see mostly our generation of responses, and they were very much supportive of him. I don't know. What do you think about the charges he is serving time for? Do you agree? Do you think that's like arbitrary, or like it's just like considering all the things that came out, all the things that we know about him, all the things that came out in the news, in the media, now in this doc? Do you think those are the charges that he should be going down for?
No, yeah. I mean, listen.
They had to find something.
That's where I was getting at.
Because there was too much complicit. Am I using the right word? There was too much
adults
support, involved. And I really think if they would have charged him for what he should be charged for, it opens up Pandora's box to not just him. And I don't think those higher ups want to go down that road. So in order to justify evidence that was found, which I really think there's more out there that just hasn't come to light.
Oh, for sure.
They had to find something to charge him with. And him being charged with only 50 months, which is what, 4 years and 2 months?
And he's got with time served.
Yes.
And I think the other thing too, to piggyback on that, let's be like, I agree wholeheartedly. They had to get him on something.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we all know that there's people that have done worse crimes than what he's charged for, and have served less time. So I firmly believe he's being made an example of. But if we go back, he got convicted and charged for stuff that the public opinion was on the Cassie thing, right?
Yeah.
And his persona, because his persona of who he was. That's the public opinion. So for me, I'm like, y'all had to get him on something, which is I got no dog in this fight. I could give a rat's ass, right? But I think that whatever's done in the dark will always come to light. I don't necessarily fault 50, because if you lived in that era, in that time,
everybody knew. You
knew. Even though 50 is now talking about what beef, I put his kids in my show, which he did.
he did.
Yo, he's hilarious to me. I don't hate him. Like I said, I got no dog. I'm very indifferent. I'm just merely just talking, right? But like I feel like with 50, it's funny to me because if you lived in that era, bro had an issue. Like they had issues
back then.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But 50 is so good at marketing. He's so good at using public opinion he's so very good at that. You can't take that away from him.
Very, very crafty in that way.
Very crafty in that way. I can't get angry at it. You know, he's using it as entertainment. Yeah. And it sucks because it is somebody's life. But who, like I always say, you can't, you can't get framed if you were in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Like Puffy already, he did those things. Like you.
Yeah.
But you also got to think about why he's even in the public eye.
Who you talking about?
Why he even got in trouble to begin with. I know it had something to do with him not paying somebody off no more. Or paying individuals off. Why would they go to his house and collect that evidence was there for how long?
What? All they got was baby oil.
And he still had it in the hotel room when they came.
He wasn't playing around. He like a motherfucker to glisten. Let's be clear. He wants when you mess with, he like, and a little glisten on, he wants somebody to glisten. So listen, whatever
this is no different than R. Yeah.
No, and it is different than R. Kelly. It is a little bit different.
Everybody knew what was happening. Everybody knew what was going on. Everybody was complicit in it.
They were underaged.
Very much so.
I have my opinion on that, but yeah.
They were documented underage.
No, I know that they were underage, but these girls are not all innocent neither. Not all of them were innocent.
I'm not going to victim blame.
That's why I said that. I mean, yes, it was not right what he did, but at the same time, a lot of those girls were complicit because they wanted the money, and when the money stopped.
I don't think they wanted. I think they wanted the fame, but
exactly.
With respect to that, you also got to think if it's a 13-year-old girl, she doesn't even know what the hell. She ain't even smart enough to.
But it wasn't just the girls; it was the parents also. Parents was complicit in all of that. They was pretty much selling their daughters.
If you wanted to compare, to me, I feel like Cassie was not mature enough to be in a relationship with Puffy.
With him,
that she could not be manipulated. So if you want to compare something in between the two of them, that would probably be the closest comparison you can have. But at the end of the day, she still was an adult. She became an adult.
I was comparing it in terms of the things that were happening, the fact that it was happening for decades. People knew, and then now all of a sudden is he's getting charged. Why he didn't get charged for it back then?
Yeah, and that's where I say, like, when I think about these things, even in both those individuals, where I think about it is there were other people involved. Why are these people not getting called out?
Exactly.
They didn't act alone. Like, I mean, there were people who, what they call it, not guilty by association. What is the thing? The legal terminology.
Co-conspirators.
Yeah. they sat back quiet while these things happened.
Yep.
And then now everybody want to be tell all and tell everything. They want to be, out there. I want to tell everything now. Why wasn't you talking back then?
Because money talks. Money was talking.
I
You
get
see what I'm
that.
saying?
And
So,
money
yeah,
was
in both
talking in
cases,
both situations. And when the money stopped,
the money talks in both situations. So
okay, so now that they want to talk and spill the beans, okay, I'm gonna slap your ass with something. You get in charge for not saying something back then.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he's the only one getting in trouble for it. Think about it.
Same thing with R. Kelly. He was the only one got
all those parties and stuff that he was throwing. A lot of those people who threw him in jail are the ones that were at some of these parties.
You mean the DA?
You got judges, you got lawyers, you had all of them that was heavily involved in these parties that was taking place.
Listen, we know some weird stuff goes on. But to get back to our topic at hand, that was something that was definitely will go down in history. I mean, the reality is a lot of people, I read a couple of op-eds on it. You get people that say he's not Black excellence, meaning Diddy. You get people that are still like, no, he is. He just tarnished his legacy, which for sure he definitely tarnished his legacy. And listen, I refuse for it to be a situation where he just, tear down the 90s. Because it also, I read something along the lines of people like dissecting all the lyrics, like the lyrics from 90s R&B and how salacious it was. And what's interesting to that, and again, it's more the younger population. I believe the person wrote it and, they have their views. But when I think back, right or wrong, whether the op-ed was right or wrong, even every decade had some sort of salacious lyrics. You know what I mean? So yes, there were some things that are questionable in the 90s, right? Even in the 80s, Keith Sweat, you may be young, but you're ready. I mean, come on, right? Ready to learn.
Tenderoni, Bobby Brown.
Some of the things with his lyrics, he actually said at one point in time, and then either put it in a song or it was in a song and he said it at some point in time. I forget. I can't think about it off the top of my head right now. Because those are the things that kind of stood out to me outside. Because like you said, we knew a lot of what was happening. But then when you heard some, because I didn't listen to rap like that anyways. When you heard, here's my biggest thing that I thought about him. He definitely had a godlike mentality. But I feel like he was jealous of his artists.
You think so?
I felt like he wanted to be the man on the stage.
Okay.
He could create and he can promote and he could, that was his thing. He made some great artists at the time, but he wasn't an artist. I feel like he wanted to be on that stage.
But he was on the stage. He inserted himself in a lot of those shows, in a lot of those tours. He was on the stage in some way, shape, or form, whether he was the hype man or what. But he was on stage. He may not have actually made records other than what, but he was still a hype man.
Before he went up, he made an album before he went down.
He did.
He did?
He made a couple. He made a couple.
By himself?
He did the Dirty Money joint, and he got another one.
That was my shit. Hello.
That's how much I paid attention to him. I just knew that he was the person putting out all the other artists, and he was just always inserting himself.
No, he had albums out. And the doc, I don't know if you got to the doc yet, but there was a doc where somebody was creating a song for him and he was like, yo, he ain't singing this shit right. He ain't got the voice.
But I mean, listen, it sucks. It sucks for the victims. It sucks. I'm also hearing, which is why I don't really want to victim blame, but they get tore down. When you think about women and men, even though they're not harping too much on the men, but anybody who's in a situation like that, and they're like, why didn't they say anything back then? And with the amount of power that he had and he would do things, I think it made it harder for people to come forward. And now they were scared. And if you knew his reputation, he had that reputation. You know, so whether he can do it or not, or have it done to
and
you.
The feds were complicit.
which I mean, I don't know about. I ain't gonna speak on that, but he had that reputation, so I can see why. A lot of people are already, want to beat the victim down, and until you're in that situation,
Mhm.
you just really never understand how unless you could be empathetic. So I don't know. Another one, hot off the press, which
Oh, God.
I am. This has caused a lot of debate in my day one circle of friends in terms of how we would not really debate, but how we would handle the situation. But Candy and Todd's divorce.
I know.
I didn't see that coming.
I did not. I was very shocked. Yeah, I was shocked.
I don't know all the details yet, but yeah, that
either.
was one that I was shocked about. I never thought, I really thought that they were a power couple, and
Yeah. And then all the things that are like starting to spill out afterwards and stuff like that. Because I feel like initially they wanted it to be like peaceful. At least they presented it that way. It was going to be a peaceful thing. This is, after some careful thinking, blah, 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 blah. But now it's like it's going down a rabbit hole of nastiness. And unfortunately, right?
And what's going on with these? So I'm gonna pose the question that one of my day ones was, we were talking about it. What's going on with these dudes? Where they like, I want some money between Todd, between Offset, between what's his name? Shumpert with Tiana Taylor.
Iman
yes, Shumpert. I was about to mention him, and Mary J. Blige ex-husband.
Oh yeah. Oh yo.
Yeah. But what did he have going on? What did I don't know about MJ's doing what he had going on, if he had some kind of own thing.
No, he's trying to get her to pay child support for his kids.
I don't know.
What I'm saying, like from a financial or professional perspective, these guys have things going on.
But is it the matter of they're not? So each one is separate, right? But it's like, so the argument was, I like to play devil's advocate, God's advocate, however you want to, I always like to stir the pot. So when my friend, and I like to stir the pot even if I agree with you, but I just like to see different perspectives, right? And I like to debate. But one of my friends was like, how is it this, meaning any of them, even Mary J, she brought up Mary J, right? Oh boy, because she got to pay the alimony or whatever. And I was like, no shade to Mary, but I said to my friend, I was like, do Mary really want to work, or is she forced to work? Because she be on them stages, you know what I'm saying? Auntie tired a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She I love her.
The audience be singing for her.
She ain't playing. She be like, put that microphone out there. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But my thing is, what is happening where these dudes, like even with Todd or Iman or Offset, you gotta give me some money when these women have had things on their own. So with Candy, she taped the prenups conversation. It's documented.
She was not playing. We was not getting married. We were not getting married without you signing this daggone document. And it's all they did it on their show because they had their own show. I remember on their own show, and he's trying to. And granted, in the taping, he is kind of doing it last minute, but he's agreeing to everything that they're saying. Like they're walking him through. You agree to this, blah 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 blah. You sure about this? Like they're asking him all the questions they would have asked him had he not sat on his ass. Because come on,
and how long were they married?
11 years.
11 years. It didn't come up at the last minute. He's trying to say it was at very last minute that no. She was talking about this for a while.
So I have a question for you guys. Do you think any of them, be it any of them, Offset, Todd, whatever, Iman, should have the ability to take half?
No. You ain't even got to finish the question. No.
Absolutely not. Listen.
So what should they be entitled to?
Whatever we worked on together, go forward. Not go forward. Whatever we worked on together. So we worked on something from 2021 to 2025. We talking about stuff that we collectively contributed together and made money off of. And then I would even add on to that, let's talk about the percentage of my contribution versus yours.
Mm-hmm.
So if I put in 60, 75% of something, or if I fronted or whatever this endeavor, let's talk about how this all happened. You're not just no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't. So where I was playing devil's advocate, I'm like, you know what? Because I literally just watching the Eddie Murphy, his doc.
I gotta watch.
I ain't start watching that one
Yeah,
yet.
I watched it, and then I was watching, watching Raw and all the old joints of his, right? And in one of those situations, one of those comedy skits, he was like, half. Remember, he was introducing half, right? And that was in the 80s. And yes, it was very much, it didn't matter. The woman got half, right? So now the tables are turned and we are the breadwinners. So I was just playing devil's advocate. It was like, so how does that really play out? Because before in the 80s, and of course, this is before prenups, where it didn't matter what she brought to the table. If he was the breadwinner, not 9 times out of 10, he was the breadwinner. They divorced. She got half. So now,
see, in those situations,
hold on. The tables are turned. So women are the breadwinners. So now I'm an advocate of prenups, right?
Yeah.
And I'm also an advocate of if you build something together, then yeah, you walk away, I walk away, right? And it should be fine, right? But if I come with something, if I got assets before we get down together, you're not entitled, you're not getting it.
No.
Absolutely not.
I think go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
I was just saying, based on what you just said, back then, when the divorce was happening, it was because the husbands were cheating.
You're making assumptions. We don't know why. We don't know why. Come on.
Some of those situations, the ones with like, okay.
We don't know why.
So you say that's why the woman got half.
We know what the situation is right now. All those husbands that we're talking about right now were cheating.
Oh, you mean cheating? Oh, you mean the four and the couples that we're talking about?
The 4 couples that we're talking about right now, they cheated, and now there's a divorce, and now they're looking to get half of her money or their money because they just feel entitled to it.
So
back then, when women got half, like with Jordan, when Jordan's wife got half of everything, they held off on it for a long time. She got half, but he was the one that cheated. That was why they were in divorce court to begin with.
Yeah, but I don't think he had a prenup. I don't think he had a prenup, and
I don't think she deserved half neither. But my thoughts on all of that is they don't deserve half. Not to say that they don't get anything, but I don't think that they deserved half of his money.
I think here's where my thought is. So I think the only one out of those 4 couples that we can, matter of fact, say for sure was cheating, because it's been talked about over and over and over again, was Offset. If we talking about, I don't know about the other ones.
Yeah, I don't know.
But here's my thought on it. If your primary function in your relationship or your union is to be at home, taking care of home, taking care of house, taking care of everything, and you're not working outside of the home is your job, then that's something that's different.
Yes, but still not half.
I'm not saying necessarily half, but I need to be able to live comfortably
the way I was living. Yes,
the way I was living when we were together, because this was my job.
Totally agree with you on that. Yes, but in these situations that we just brought up, there was documented fact that all of them cheated.
Yeah, I didn't follow enough.
Even Imani, Iman, he cheated. That was the reason for them going through a divorce.
Yeah, I didn't follow it that closely to know whether he did it. I'm not debating it. He could have.
Yeah.
But here's independent of the cheating, independent of that, if you get to the point where you divorce, either one of them could have just woke up and be like, hell, Tiana could have woke up and be like, yeah, I'm not. This doesn't serve me any longer.
Yeah.
Right? Independent if he was cheating or not. So now you're getting a divorce. Forget about the reasons why. Because if they didn't have a prenup, because sometimes in a prenup, you can write in there
certain things,
if there's cheats, then you get nothing, right? You can write certain stipulations in there. So forget about all of that. If you didn't have a prenup and this is what the situation is, what are they entitled to, right? None of us are lawyers or well versed in this, right?
This thing, yeah.
No.
But
Yeah,
I just
do think there's
believe
certain things, yeah.
I just believe my belief is whether it's right or wrong, you go with what you came in with, and I'm gonna go with what I came in. Whatever we built together gets split. It should just be easy like that. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to get my house and you better get on. Because then if not,
It's
then I
funny
gotta
though.
crack
I
you in
don't
your
think
forehead.
even Tatiana was looking for that Tiana Taylor to get what she got.
Say that again.
I don't think she was actually surprised of what she received in the divorce. Even though he cheated, wasn't there a prenup? That's the part I wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I can't speak on it because I don't know
Yeah.
about her being surprised about anything or anything.
But the fact that he cheated, I think that was a stipulation in the prenup that
Yeah, I don't know.
dictated what happened.
Don't know.
Well,
Don't know.
so Kira, do you disagree with what I initially, like, if you are the caregiver at home, whether you male or female, and the other person, your primary function is to take care of home and house. That's technically that's all you do. Do you think they walk away with nothing in that marriage? You say husband, you say wife, I want you to take care of home. I want you to make sure the kids do this. I want to make sure you run the house, basically.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
That person walk away with absolutely nothing.
I think, see, I'm funny style with it because a portion of me feels like, all right, well, you were taking care of the house, and if he's supporting you and you feel like you need to live that lifestyle, then we need to talk about the semantics, like what's the breakup? Because don't tell me, here's where it's at. This is just my feeling. Don't tell me you rolled over and you just woke up one morning and be like, I don't want to be with you no more.
No. What if he or she said they don't want to be, like, I don't want to be with you anymore. The person who's taking care of home,
right? That's what I'm saying. Okay. So he could have did it. So now it's kind of like, I don't know. Like, a part of me feels like, all right, well then, let him go.
So I think that if this is the agreement that we made, is that I'm taking care of house and home, and you woke up one day and you decide you don't want me no more, you need to make sure I'm okay. But I also would be the one that be stashing at the same time.
Yeah, that's
should everybody one day roll over.
Look, if the tables were turning, I was the breadwinner, right? And I already knew. I'm just me. If I'm the breadwinner, and I already knew, all right, this ain't serving me anymore. I'm not cheating, but this ain't serving me anymore. I'm gonna start dropping hints. You want to go get a job? What you like to do? You need a career? Because, dude, and if you don't want to take them hints, nah. I'm not. I'll be damn. I ain't supporting no grown ass person. I'm not. I'm just not.
But that's an agreement y'all made.
Fuck that. No, get your ass up and get a job.
But you didn't want him to have a job. You wanted him to take care of the house.
You want him to stay, or her to stay at home.
That's why I'm gonna start dropping hints. The moment I wake up and I look over and I be like, yeah. So that day.
So what's your timeline in that scenario? You dropping hints for how long?
No, I'm dropping hints 3 days. Every day.
So you expect somebody to have a job and be fully up?
No, I expect you to start working towards that, right? And then you got to be like, okay, a week, month, I want to see you going to interviews. I want to see, because I'm trying to set you up like, dude, this is getting to a close. It's over.
But you talking two different things. See,
no, my
there's
point
men
is
that just want women at home, looking pretty, being ready when they want to go out and have arm candy.
That's fine.
And then after 5 years, it's, I don't want to be with you no more. I done found a younger or prettier version.
Right.
And now what? He's just supposed to dump her to the side to go with the next one and you got me for 5 years.
It's been done. It's not that.
No, and I know it's been done, but at the same time, I don't think they should be walking away with nothing. They gave her 5 years of their time to honor or to oblige what you wanted, and then now you're tossing me to the side.
So
yeah,
maybe
you
it's
can
a
go,
sliding scale.
but you're not going to leave me here empty-handed neither.
All right, so then I would need to get a lawyer that says, I'm okay, pretend I'm a dude, right? And this is just the way my mind works. So now I got to get a lawyer to be like, okay, we were together for 5 years. We need a sliding scale. I'm just going to pay you one sum payment.
Like, what was your skill set when we got into the relationship? Was you a cashier? Were you a lawyer working at a 500 thing?
I am dead
law firm. So if you were on the lower end of a career versus a C-suite career, whatever have you, I'm going to pay you whatever over 5 years you would have made.
What my last salary was if I was a career person. Yep.
Man, you tough.
I know, shrewd, very shrewd. But it's like if you was a cashier and I took you, I'm a dude, right? And you was a cashier and I just swept you off your feet, then gave you this lifestyle, and now I roll over and I'm like, it's over.
Okay.
I'm gonna encourage you to step up from being a cashier and maybe being an owner or something. But if you still on that bullshit,
wait.
I just need to pay you out. Cashier. What's the minimum wage?
You met me as a cashier. You met me as a cashier.
Mm-hmm.
You sold me on this idea. I don't need to go learn no new skills. I don't need to do X, Y, and Z. Just be the stay-at-home woman for you and take care of you.
Treat me as a king.
If I have kids, take care of these kids, whatever. Make sure I got your dry cleaning done, your whatever done. You told me I don't need to upskill myself, and I don't. You gonna tell me you gonna put me out on my ass with my cashier salary that you met me at?
No, I'm telling you that I will wake up and roll over and be like, babe, in a perfect world, if you could be anything and do anything in this world, what would you be doing? What would you want to do? I ain't gonna tell you I'm gonna leave, but that's how I'm gonna start.
And then how long? So how long? What's the window?
You probably got about 6 months to at least 6 months to get in to start working towards that.
So now, suppose she decides, okay, based on that conversation, suppose she decides I want to go to college. You're just going to give that person 6 months? You're not going to give them the whole degree time?
You already know it's 2025. Depending on, unless you're becoming a doctor, a dentist, or something like that, you go to YouTube University and figure out. You don't need to go to college. I ain't paying money for that.
Damn. And then
I ain't paying for that shit.
Element into it. She threw kids into it. Suppose
I mean,
that's a whole nother conversation.
And let's be clear. If I was a dude, you know I'm very active as a parent. She ain't doing all the raising of them kids. I'm very active too.
No, you not, nigga. You out here making the money. You taking trips. You at the dinners with the colleagues at night. You ain't going on no field trips. You not at your first day of school. You not at drop off and pick up. You ain't doing none of that shit.
Nah, that wouldn't be. You ain't describing me. I would be doing some of it. She gonna be doing the bulk of it, but I'm gonna be doing some of it, right? So my whole thing is this, right? I'm gonna try to give her away, but I just have a problem. This is me, and I'm being honest. Maybe women are not being as honest as I'm being honest, and maybe because I like to make money. I know how hard it is to make money, right? So I'd be damned if somebody try to take my shit that I created, that I'm building. Oh, hell no. So I'm
on a dream. You're gonna be together forever, baby.
So
I got you, baby, forever.
I ain't never gonna be with no chick that ain't got some get up and hustle. That's number one. Right. So now I'm just not. It's the same thing with a dude. I just can't.
And I think that's where it happens at. So it's like, what's the mindset of this person, of this individual that's selling this person this pipe dream that they probably can't even live up to them damn self. And then the individual who's falling for this pipe dream, you don't know. One day she could go, like I said, I hear everything you're saying. I'm also the person that be like, yo, he may be like this year. You know, things may be good 5-10 years and now. I'm gonna be stacking my papers.
You should. And here's the other thing. Okay, let's be real talk. I probably would be like, all right, I'm not gonna just kick her out on her ass, right? So you can have one of the houses.
Give her a startup or something.
You can have one of the houses, but you're responsible for all those expenses. Like I would make the deal sweet. It'll be sweet enough. It ain't, you're not getting half.
But the sad part
But
about it is
you're
you
not
have some dudes that don't even think like that. They just like once they're done with you, they're done with you, and they nastiest.
I would make it so that, okay, when you walk away from a 5-year relationship, it's like, okay, I got something out of it. I got my beautiful kids. I got a home. It does make it a little bit dicey because if we had no children together,
Yeah.
So if we have children together, naturally, I'm not going to want to have my children live in a shoddy place, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we have no children together, maybe you get one of those investment properties, right? That you to live in, because we got nothing. I don't have to. My kids will want for nothing. They will want for nothing. She will never get full custody of my kids, never. So that's a whole nother thing. Absolutely not. Yeah. It'll get.
That's you. That's,
you don't want to divorce me. It'll get nasty.
That's but the reality of it is, and I know we're making light of some situation, but there are people who out there who have gone through these types of things.
Yeah.
And there are people out there who they like kids or not. I'm done with you. Figure this shit out. I don't want nothing to do with you. I want nothing to do with them kids.
Yeah.
Figure it out. And both sides of it. We can't, I mean, you hear about it more with women than you do it. I'm quite sure men go through some of these things too, where they are single dads struggling to make ends meet to take care of their families or whatever. And it's not all about people making a whole bunch of money. These are people, this is happening with people that's making the bare whatever. Regular people, right? So I just think to your point, like, or to our earlier conversation, is like, no, I think they should not walk away with half. It should be a fair, equitable share of what you contributed during the time that we were together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then trying to take future income and things like that. I mean, that's just
they get nasty.
The only way you could take
the fact that he cheated, not one
together that we built.
Yeah.
So then it's entitled. But here's my other thing. And maybe this is controversial, but I feel like in this day and age, whatever agreement, when you're going into a union with someone, whatever agreement that you guys discuss, it should be documented. I think everybody, I don't care if you both are minimum wage. I don't care if both of you, it should be documented, whether it's a prenup or whatever, on because we're so gun-ho. Oh, we love each other. Oh. Okay, so then how does this end? If it gets to the point where it ends, what does that look like? If you can't have a proper conversation in the beginning about the end, maybe you don't need to be together.
Yeah.
Sounds harsh.
And people think about, oh, prenups means you already thinking about the demise before. Listen, shit happens.
Shit happens all the time. Like I would explicitly, if I would right now were to going into a marriage, and let's pretend I have everything I have right now. It's a prenup, right? Let's pretend I've never been married, but I acquired assets. Yes, there'll be a prenup. Yes, there'll be a clause in there say if you cheat, you get nothing. Because to me that is the line. Nothing.
Yeah, icing on a cake.
Yeah, I ain't getting over that. Okay,
right.
I'm not getting over that. So it's that's that, and I feel like you would have to have those conversations. But people are not mature enough to do it.
I think even more so now. Like I know I'm talking about times before people weren't really into prenups or whatever, but it's showing and improving so much more now how important they really are, because some of the things you're not just protecting yourself, you have your heirs that you need to protect. Like specifically, you come into marriages, you join these, what do you call them, blended families and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
I'm not having my kids asked out because now we're together and we didn't put some things in place, and now you get no.
I
my
agree.
kids gotta get taken care of.
I agree. I don't even, like I said, I don't care if you got nothing. You need to have those conversations, and it needs to be documented. Like that, we're not. You said you, honey, and maybe it needs to be revisited every 5 years.
I think so. Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
So those are my things. Apart from the Project 2025, which could get very, very heavy. But when we think about the 2025 recap, I mean,
yeah.
What do y'all
Those
have?
are the big things. I don't have anything much. I mean, I'm looking at the way things are going around with AI now. It's like it's just not going away. People think it's going away. It's not going away.
No.
You know,
But we knew that for
whole
a few years now.
the whole political landscape was, to me, a joke. It still is a joke.
Mhm.
I feel like us as a country is just freaking comical. But
Removing Martin Luther King and
all of it.
Juneteenth as a national holiday now. Like, really? You got nothing else to do there but to sit here and find the little things to get rid of. And it technically is not little, but still.
It's
just
not
the
little.
thought.
It's just absolutely sheer insanity. What happened, the whole government shut down and all that stuff is like absolutely just sheer insanity to me. But we'll see what happens in 2026 because we still got how many more years ago? Good Lord.
I don't know, child. Well,
And by then he'll probably find a way to be able to
he's
run
already spoken
another
about that.
term because he's already working on it.
Anywho's, we don't want to talk about him too much. We don't want to give too much energy to that.
There's enough podcasts talking about that nonsense. So, the only other thing I would say as a recap for me personally, because I know I was doing more pop culture, but I think when I look back on this year, I've been more in lazy mode. And it may not look like that from the outside looking in, but I know that I have. I've definitely have shifted both professionally and personally a little. It's been like less hustle, more softness. And it wasn't even by design. I think in the beginning it just kind of happened, and I got into that. I got comfortable, and like I said, from the outside looking, it may not look like that, but just what I know, all the things that I would be have done in the past, it shifted a little bit. And I think as a recap for myself, I just was reflecting on that. So it could be maybe this, I don't know. That's just what I noticed.
With me, personal and professional came to a full-blown head. And there's things that I realized in both areas that needed to. Communication is my big thing. So I know now that that's something going into 2026 that needs to be worked on 100%. So
okay,
that was my recap for 25.
Yeah, if I had to say that, if I had to do a personal one, I say professionally, I've grown. I've worked harder. Personally, I've enjoyed life a little bit more this year. Got out and just living. Haven't been as focused on the business as I was in previous years. Rethinking, revamping the direction I want to go in there. So I took the time to sit back and do that. But yeah, definitely bust my butt on the professional side. So which is good. I mean, I'm happy about the things that I've grown in both ways, even not even grinding so much on the personal business side, but just taking care of me and just doing me.
For sure. For you viewers out there, what did we miss? I know there was a million things in 2025 that we probably didn't even touch on, but we just touched on the most recent things. But what did we miss? Drop it in the comments. And also too, your personal recap, if you can sum it up in like a sentence. We'd love to hear it and love to share it on future episodes. And we thank you a million times 10,000 million of watching. And we love you for it. You can be spending your time this 45 minutes on anything, but you are spending it with us, and we are certainly appreciative. So don't forget to like, subscribe, or share it. And we will see you the next go around.
Stay tuned.
Well.